What up, though? Ledge here. Chill with me. Top tier podcast. I am here with the legend, the one and only Organic King of the Dot. Man, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you on the show
Thank
as
you, man.
always.
You believe in yourself, man. Thank you.
Hey, man, listen, man. If you're tuning into this, you've seen it. I'm sure it got tons of views already. This league that you guys is forming, these divisions, this type of structure. I love that's a key word, structure. The development. How when did you guys talk about this? How fast did it come together? And just get into that for the people who may not know the backstory to this.
Talk about it. Shit, it's been in the talks for 6, 7 years.
Wow.
It was kind of like the blackout idea. The blackout idea I was sitting on for a year or two, really kind of just letting it marinate, let it bubble in my head. How can we make this happen? How can it make sense? How can we make it like logistically work? And that's where this is too. Obviously, this is a big project. So to get something like this even in the works, it takes like a lot of just throwing ideas down on paper. How could this work? What would do happen here? And just really putting the pieces of the machine together until it starts operating by itself. And that's really where it came. We got a good team. We all brainstorm. We're all creative people, and we really care about this culture. We're passionate about it, and we want to see it do well. And I think helping it take the steps towards, being looked at and viewed at as that way is an important thing for us.
Absolutely. And when you talk about getting this type of idea to come to fruition, you have
Mhm.
to like come across MCs that are willing to participate. When you pitch this idea to these certain people, do you have MCs already placed, or is that something that's ongoing still right now?
I
Like
mean, it's
that's
ongoing. We have MCs placed. Obviously, there's certain people we contact, ahead of time out of respect. They're loyal to us and everything. I'm not gonna let them be sideswiped by something. So, they've signed NDAs and they're well aware of what's going on, and they're all excited. We're happy for it. This is a big thing for everybody. This is providing a home for a lot of rappers for the full year. This is providing a lot of opportunity, and it's providing a structure, like you said. It's putting the culture back in the hands of the skill.
mm,
And that's what's important to me. So
yeah, man. And when I look at this, do you guys have us the locations docket as far as where you want? Because like with the Grand Prix, what was so dope about that, you guys kind of broke it up regionally.
mhm.
What about this go around with this
Yeah, this is
project?
regional. This is regional as well. So it's northeast, southwest.
Northeast, Southwest. Oh, that's dope. That
Yeah.
is dope.
Um,
Man, so listen, the real some of the real questions will be answered down the line, but I do want to note that if you guys watch what's going on and you pay attention to what's going on, he is crediting the workers. So that means the people who may not even get to shine all the time, but who's been putting in quality performances, they will be rewarded in being a part of this. How conscious are you were that when you guys were selecting who you wanted to be a part of this?
Very, this is it, it's super important for people to like, A1 want to be involved in this, and then to see up and comers, like we said, bro, it gets to a point in battle rap where, getting an up and comer the shot they deserve. It's not even really about the skill level and where they can place, because like what standings are they uprising for someone to feel like they got to give this person a shot? It's always like, okay, who's gonna give me the bag? Who's gonna throw me the bag? And all of a sudden this ego feels where, this person wants a certain amount of money to give this person an opportunity. And that's where, the discrepancy comes in battle rap, because as a bigger league, nobody wants to battle the smaller names in the bigger league. They want to do it on the smaller leagues and stuff like that. And
Absolutely.
it causes issues for us in the sense of like, it makes it look like we can't provide these opportunities for these up and coming rappers, but we're trying. We're seasoned. I feel like it puts everybody on the same playing field, and your skill set works for itself. Everybody's out here earning their shot and making it work. I think it's really dope. It puts everybody ready back on the same playing field. And what's super dope about it too is, every year the records reset. So, there's rebound stories. You can be, oh, whatever, you go no wins this year. You come back next year, your record is reset. It's not like you're being promoted as, the guy that's winless or something. So your record resets and you can be undefeated the next year. So
Mm.
there's great storylines that can happen between the artists, between individual careers. Really just trying to gamify it, man, and make it super dope and competitive, and bring it back to a structured format.
Yeah, yeah, and this is the type of thing I was kind of talking about, where sponsors can look at this and see something legit, see something that's sustainable, and see something like you said that has structure. So for what you guys are trying to do is kind of eliminating and penalizing it when the guys who are not performing at a high level, but just to kind of further reiterate that, because I've always looked at like how what are you going to do to penalize this guy? Like, how are they getting penalized in this format for underperforming, choking, and things of that nature?
You don't make the playoffs, man. And that's what we made. Of course, everybody's paid, on their contracts for the
Hmm.
battles to do, but the big prizes are coming in the playoffs. That's where the money's to be made. So, you want to do well. You want to make sure that you make it to that point. And, again, it's a structure. You don't want to get smoked by these up and comer kids because they're hungry, right? So, you got to hold your spot, and that's what the game's about, right? LeBron don't run from the rookies, and the rookies are gunning for him, and I think that's what's interesting about it. You get to see him hold his spot all the time, no matter who's there, and they come to his house, yada yada. It's his job to hold his spot and not act like he's above them and he's too good to play them or something like that. So this is really what it's about. It's about competition. It's about competitive spirit, and I really love it, man. I think it's really going to bring it back to people giving a shit about this, caring about your performances. There's repercussions to it now. You lose, you don't go on.
Mm. Do you do you have in mind and already set for who would be like judging these
Yes, we
competitions?
got something. We got something in the works. You know what I mean. I'm gonna let that be announced later.
Okay.
Not everything was announced in the trailer, but we got a lot in the works for that. Something that I even kind of briefly spoke to you ahead of the recording. It's something we've put a lot into. It's judging is so important in something like this, especially when there's so much money on the line. Last year was a big pilot project for us. So I think getting to see the small things that you can improve on, getting to see people's reactions, getting to see what other people's ideas and what you can improve on. The constructive criticism, the culture just kind of gives out, right? So I think you just absorb all that, make the best decisions going forward. You definitely got to test out the system. We've done that. I think we've definitely got the best system that you can have given the situation.
Sure, sure, for sure. And with the judging, you guys had like a certain criteria. Every judge got that from the
Mm-hmm.
Grand Prix. Is that will that carry over into this?
100%. This is going to be much more serious. Judges are paid, all that. So this is going to be a lot more serious.
Oh, judges are paid. Wow, that's love right there. That
Mm.
is love, man.
But I gotta take it serious. If you guys seen last year, we were judging the judges, right? So if you let's just use Diz for Frack, for example. Frack got 75% of the votes. If you
Mm,
were a judge that voted for Diz, you would have only had 25% judge rating because 75% of the fans didn't agree with you. When you span that over 20 battles, you'll actually get to see what your average rating is from a fan. Now we can see if the fans even think you're a good judge by them not, and it's not going to become from personal opinion because they got to vote before they know who you pick, right?
right.
So if it comes to the end of the season and we see like, man, this guy's got a 25% rating over 20 battles, like clearly you're not a good judge, right? But you also got to look at the grade of the battles. Everybody's a good judge when battles are easy to judge. If it's someone's getting smoked, everyone's the best judge. You find out who a good judge is when times are tough. So
Yes.
everybody's the man when things are going right.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's what I want to see. And like I said, with the Grand Prix, there was a lot of close battles, so it was interesting to
Yeah.
see.
And the Grand Prix, we learned we had a major hiccup on the first event. I think with the judging, with the Diz frac situation that kind of got exploited. I think like the judges were a little overwhelmed. Some of
Mm.
them were jumping on camera saying ties. Maybe it just wasn't. We threw that together quicker than we probably should have. The Grand Prix, but we learned from that, and that's definitely something that we're moving forward with, taking into
Yeah.
consideration.
Well, all in all, it was still a successful tournament because I mean, the finale had the championship match. You had Sharon versus Real Deal, was still one of the battles of the year. So ended with a bang. So yeah, it's got nothing to really hang your head on about with that. Now, when we get into the playoff scenario, do does the rules change? Have y'all thought about changing things once we get into the playoffs? Are you gonna keep everything from this regular season the same as in the playoffs?
No, the rules won't change. You know what I mean? It's going to be the same, no different than rules don't change when you play sports or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that. It's going to be what people are comfortable with. It's just round robin format. The playoffs, obviously you lose, you're out. So definitely got to be on your toes. Got to be on your shit and make sure you're smoking motherfuckers, man, and winning that 100K.
Yeah, man, 100K. Now, how did
Yeah.
y'all come up? That's another question. Like, how did y'all come up with that number? Because that's a whole different ball game when you talking 100K. Like, what? Like, did how did y'all settle on that number? I guess is what I kind of just want to know.
Um, I think like, look, man, the more money is always the goal. We want to make change people's lives doing this. I think, seeing what happened with the Grand Prix, seeing Saint win 50 grand, go back home, buy his mom a car,
That's
live
fire.
the life he did as like a young 20-year-old kid and being able to provide those opportunities. I think like that's what you do this stuff for, bro. Like, of course there's personal satisfaction, but I think like a lot of satisfaction comes from, helping put people in good positions and changing people's lives. So 100K is life changing. You can literally change someone's lives in a major way with that. So that was a major thing for us. We just really want to give people an opportunity, allow people to see the light at the end of the tunnel and see that this is obtainable. You can get something that you can brag about for the rest of your life from this stuff. You can change a life. You can save a life with that kind of money. You can do a lot with it. So it's about providing the opportunities. I think battle rap is a great culture, but being able to see something at the end of the tunnel like that, where that's it's priceless for someone like me. That's what I do this for. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Obviously, battle rap isn't like a major paying thing, for leagues and everything. But I think you get it back when you're able to change someone's life and you feel that sort of satisfaction from it. It's always not about financial gain, but sometimes emotional gain is worth just as much.
Yeah, if this thing is successful, which I got a great feeling because I always say when you guys are silent, y'all cooking up some shit. So if this is successful, how does this play into your normal routine of throwing these big events like the massacres, the world doms? Like how does that coexist?
Yeah, we got coexistence in that because that's where the playoffs come in hand, man. You know what I
Mm,
mean? We're gonna throw some crazy shit happen in the playoffs. The playoffs are gonna be exciting for us. We're gonna make them fun,
yeah,
especially the finals. The finals we already got planned, and it's just stupid. So
yeah,
it's definitely something we took in consideration, and we're not like abandoning the rest of battle rap or anything. Like the season is definitely going to be primary focus, but we're still going to be doing some other stuff and building and trying to enhance the culture as much as we can.
yeah. I think that was more of a fan because you know how the fans are. Like they're afraid of change sometimes,
Yeah,
and you got to
yeah.
guide them and let them know change is good. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why, we did this in steps, right? I think if we just jumped straight from like throwing big events into something like this, everyone would be excited, but be taken back by it at the same time. I think the Grand Prix was like a little taste of what this could be. Now this got a little more structure to it. If someone does well, you get to see them again. It's not just you lose once you're out. Like everyone battles multiple times. It's a
Fire.
seat you got to work for, and storylines will be built. I think you'll see people have their ups and downs. You get to see people go through the emotions of being an artist and having this. And I think as the artist, it benefits them too. They get a little structure to what's going on in their career. They're going to know who they battle and when they battle almost 5 months in advance for some of their battles. Each battle they'll have 2 months preparation time. So we've stretched it out. So there is no rushing the rappers, nothing like that. So I really want to just make this as enjoyable as possible. And yeah, I think this is gonna fly, bro. Like there's this is it makes it exciting for me, and I think it's gonna make it exciting for a lot of people, especially the fans, because it gives it a purpose. There's
Absolutely.
to watch every weekend now,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
happening every Sunday. So
Yeah, it needs a direction, a sense of direction. This is a great start.
mm,
My thing would be also when I was talking about like having it coexist. You guys do have a champion over there in Real
yeah,
Deal. Uh,
yeah.
at some point, people want to see him put that title up for grabs. Is
Yeah.
that has that been talked about too, or has it just been
Yeah.
solely on this focus right here?
No, 100% real deal. He just battled Sharon for the title. That was a really big one. And then after that, obviously, we're trying to figure out when the next step is. But he had some personal stuff himself. He had knee surgery. So he's been on, off his feet completely for almost 2 months, I think, like that. So,
Hmm.
once he's back up on his feet, he's going to be ready, good to go again. And I think he's like, slowly getting there. But yeah, we'll be making some stuff happen. Real deal's a champ, man. He calls the shots. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, no, shout out
very,
to Real Dude, very entertaining.
good guy.
So, I got tons of questions, man. I feel like,
Yeah, man,
but
run it, brother.
yeah. So, like, if this goes well, like I said, I believe it will. Next
Mm,
year, like do the teams change, or y'all going to freshen it
Yeah.
up?
Hopefully, hopefully we get to expand on it, right?
Expand?
Like,
Okay.
I think the first year is really, again, as much as it's not a pilot because we ran a pilot with the Grand Prix or whatever, this is still an ongoing project for us. So there's going to be things we can improve on, maybe get more funding for, maybe find another revenue stream that allows us to do crazier stuff. Like eventually, yeah, I want to get this to where people are traveling all year round and making this happen. Hopefully, to be honest with you, man, like the goal is for next year, let's get a season popping on the other side of the world too, and we
Wow.
make it a worldwide thing, right?
Oh, that yeah, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. Very ambitious. So yeah, I do want to shout out, your team, the Gullies, the Regos, like those guys
My
put in.
guys, Charles, King Fly,
King
Steve
Fly, my
Finches,
guy.
J
Yeah, man.
Pros. There's so many, the Lushes. There's so many of us, man, putting work behind the scenes. But honestly, I can't even take credit for a lot of the stuff we do because, like, I'm one of those people. I just shoot off hundreds of ideas. Those guys really anchor a lot of them, make it happen. Someone like Gully, probably listens to me rant about stuff so much, and is just like pinpoints is like that's what you need to focus on. So I'm super grateful for like the people around me because they keep this all grounded with us, and without them, the ideas don't really come to life. They're just thoughts. So I'm super grateful for the team you got around us. They work hard. They do good, man.
Absolutely. Wait, now, one of my last questions: kind of conscious because the women's battles have been taken off? The women have been making noise for the past couple of years. They have really had a a comeback renaissance of late. Like, were you guys trying to figure out, where to bring the women in, get them involved at all, or it was just, whoever was the most talented make these teams? Like, how was that?
We had women in almost every division except the North last year, or the North and the South. So no, we had two. We had RX and Bonnie
Yeah,
the Grand Prix last year. So the girls are always welcome. I think the girls are some of the most talented in this. We've been throwing female battles since I think probably 2012.
yeah,
2000 before then 2011. Even on the West Coast they had some. I think Gadders was even battling in 2012 for King of the Dot. So we've always had spots for them. It's never been like something like, hey, we just focus on one gender or anything like that, and focus on that. But the platform is open for anybody. Your skills there, you're confident, welcome on the team.
yeah. If and I gotta ask us, I know people want to know
No, bro.
if this goes the way it goes, will the pot get bigger?
Yeah, of course, man. If this goes the way we want it to, I think everything is going to expand. I hope that, the yearly, the annual, the paychecks rappers get per battle expands. I hope the paychecks that the staff get expands. I hope that, more things get added to the pot. I think this is really just the beginning phase of it. I'm really happy to get this off the ground. It's been something we wanted to get off the ground for a long time. Big shout out to Twitch, Amazon, all my
Yes.
team, and everyone really, trusting us and making this happen. And I'm fucking excited for it, bro. I've been
Yo,
fucking harboring this in for like 9.5 months. It's been difficult to like kind of hint to people because everyone's like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? And it's like, well, it's not easy to set up a full year's fucking events. You know what I mean? So, and
nah,
book all the rappers, do all the stuff, get everything in line. But I'm not really one of the people that jump online and do all the wish wash shit. I just make shit happen.
yeah, nah, you
One thing about
official.
King is that we've been here from the beginning, man. Whether people think their own thing, we're
Hmm.
gonna do ours. Can't kill us, man. We always gonna be here.
I love it, man. Look, that's probably. I think I got all my. Oh, no, no, no. I got one more. So, with these people that you got in mind set in place, that's already set, and the people that you're thinking about, what some of the factors are you looking in? Obviously, loyalty means a lot to you because you're a loyal guy, but also scheduling. Like, so, like the people you got set in place, are you making sure that they don't have any other obligations during this run? Like, how's that working?
Look, I'm not going to make people sign exclusive contracts. I'm just not going to do that because, some people are needing this as a way to pay their bills, especially during COVID and times where opportunities have been taken away from people. I would be, a piece of shit to do that to someone. So I'm not really in the realm of doing that. All we're really doing is asking people for a little grace period. Look, don't battle the weekend before, don't battle the weekend after. We're good to go. You got
I respect
five
that.
weeks. You can do whatever the fuck you really want in and go make your money. But this is the big picture. If you see it with us and you trust us, ride along with us in this journey, we're gonna make some fucking history together. And I hope to make you a superstar, man. Straight up.
Yeah,
I
man.
that's what we're doing this for. We're trying to help people, be proud of what they're doing, be happy to show their parents something or make something of themselves, wake up in the morning and be confident about who they are, because that's what this shit's about, man, making yourself feel good and having fun. And I think that gets lost a lot of the time. So
Yeah, well, this if this don't bring it back, I don't know what will. Oh, like because this is something serious. Like
yeah,
this
it's
is
gonna be
different.
exciting, bro. It's gonna be exciting, man. I'm hyped for it. I'm hyped for it. I'm intrigued to see how the culture receives it. You know what I mean? As well as I do, people don't like change, but I think this is,
They don't.
we've always been that. I've been doing themed events since 2009, World Domination 2009, the first Grand Prix we did 2010, Blackout 2012. We had Organic versus Gully team themed events by 2015. You know, we like to innovate. We like to create. We used to even do beatbox battle, DJ battles, breakdance battles. I don't know if people have been following us that long, but we used to always
I
do
was
stuff
around.
like that. We had two versus two beatbox battles they had never been done before. The first
Hmm.
one, so we like to do stuff to innovate, test the boundaries, and see where it goes. I really feel like this is it, though. I feel like this is the format that we need to be cruising in. This is our lane, and I think a lot of the rappers will appreciate it. It gives them a home for the year and puts a spotlight on them. We're gonna make some fucking history.
Man, I can't wait. Any timeline or idea when the full announcements of who will be a part of this? Any?
Sooner than later,
Okay,
yeah, sooner than later. I don't want to set like a set date because I
okay.
don't even have it yet. I'd just be lying, but it's gonna be sooner than later, within 2 weeks,
Within two
hopefully.
weeks. Oh, that's
Yeah.
perfect. That's perfect. Hey, listen,
Mhm.
man, you've answered every question open, and honestly, man, to the fans, if I missed one, y'all should have hit me up and asked. You know what I'm saying? Something y'all can leave them in the comments, and I'll get to them next time. This is a real big deal for me because, like I said, you're real. Selective in a good way about who you do, interviews and stuff with. You don't really be trying to hop out. This is my third time. I got you for three. This is my third time I got him. So you know what I'm saying. I'm doing something right. So that means a lot. So I appreciate you chopping it up with me and
That
letting me
guy,
know.
man. No, you're the future of this stuff, bro. You really are, man. I feel like you super solid, you unbiased, and you show love to everybody. And I think that's what's needed, man. Battle rap is a culture. It's not even just king of the dot. If someone don't like there's a lot out there. Without the rest of it, king of the dot wouldn't exist. We exist off the strength of everybody else, and
Absolutely.
that's where I think everyone in the battle rap world needs to understand is like when a league falls, a group of fan base falls with it, and we've seen it happen. When someone like Don't Flop hit their hit, like you see the UK viewership drops. Because people out there got nothing to be emotionally attached to anymore. And then they fall out of love with what's happening over here because they were only in love with it from what's going on over there. So, you know, it's about keeping everyone alive, bro.
Yeah.
It's a culture. It doesn't exist with just one of us. So
That's a fact. We definitely all need each other. If we care about the
mhm.
culture, you care about the culture as a whole. So yeah, man, my guy, organic, get you some rest. Get
I
you some
appreciate
rest, bro. Absolutely, man. The one and
that, man.
only,
Be
or
back.
yes, organic king of the dot shit. Appreciate y'all tuning in as always. Keep it battle rap, peace and love, man.